Welcome to this quickfire video produced by Medirent on the latest biocompression pump for 2022, which is the SC2008DL. Medirent distribute this product in Australia and New Zealand. In this video, I will run through the features and function of the device. I will explain how to adjust settings on the device and what each of the features mean in terms of device function for pressure, cycle time, treatment time, and focus. To wrap up, I will reference other supporting materials available for this device if you would like more detailed or quick guide information. Let's look at the device features. Looking at the control panel of the device, there is an LED display, LED indicators for each of the setting options, arrow up and arrow down buttons, the set button, power on off switch, and the play pause button. When the power on off switch is pressed, the device will display the current settings on the device and start automatically. On startup, an LED indicator for the relevant setting will be highlighted and the display will show the set value for that feature. The device will cycle through the pressure, cycle time, treatment time, and focus settings on the display. The treatment time counter will then display on the screen and then the pump will commence inflation. These are the standard settings that are programmed on the device when dispatched from any Medirent warehouse. Pressure of 50 mm of mercury, cycle time of 60, duration of 60, and focus is set to off. To adjust settings, begin with the pump plugged in but turned off. Press and hold the set button for 5 seconds until the LED indicators flash. Setup will appear on the display. Once the pressure LED is lit, you can then use the up-down arrows to adjust. Then press set and continue the same process for cycle time, treatment time, and focus. Use the up-down arrows to adjust the settings. Press set to select the value you want and move on to the next feature. Once you press set after adjusting focus, the pump will turn off with the new settings. What do you need to know about these settings? So let's start with pressure. Pressure relates to the level of compression applied to the body or limb covered by the pump garment. The device pressure range is 10 to 120 mm of mercury, which can be adjusted in increments of 1 mm of mercury. To adjust the pressure whilst the pump is running, press and hold the up arrow until hold appears on the display. The pump will pause compression and partially deflate the sleeve. The pressure LED indicator will light up and the current pressure will be on the display. Use the arrow up or down buttons to adjust the pressure value. Press set and the pump will recommence treatment with the new pressure. Please note, you cannot change any of the other settings whilst the pump is running. The cycle time relates to the duration for all of the air chambers to inflate, hold, and partially deflate and alleviate the pressure from the limb before commencing the next inflation cycle. There are 5 cycle times or speeds to select from. 60 is the shortest cycle and 120 is the longest, and the range is in increments of 15. The duration of the cycle is dependent on the size of the garment, whether blocker bars are in situ, the size of the limb in the garment, and the pressure setting. So the cycle time value may not match the actual time for the device to run through an inflation cycle. By increasing the cycle time, you will increase the hold time for each air chamber of the garment. The air chamber will fill, squeeze, hold for a longer time before moving on to the next air chamber in sequence. You can use the countdown timer to set treatment time, whereby the pump will automatically turn off after a set duration. The range you can select is between 10 and 120 minutes in 5-minute increments, or you can select continuous treatment, whereby the pump will run until you manually turn it off. Focus is similar to mode of other compression pumps that are on the market. It relates to the sequence and timing of the air chambers. When focus is off, The device will run a sequential pattern whereby the air chambers are filled from distal to proximal in sequence and the air held within the garment for a period before all chambers are deflated partially. Focus F1, F3 is the distal focus. This mode will double the hold time of the distal air chambers in each inflation cycle for the first 10 minutes of treatment. Focus F3, F5 is the middle focus. This option will double the hold time for the middle air chambers in each cycle for the first 10 minutes of treatment. And the final option is Focus F6, F8, which is the proximal focus. This option will double the hold time for the proximal air chambers in the garment and continue to do this for the first 10 minutes of treatment. Now that covers the features and function of the Biocompression SC2008DL device. If you would like more information, please refer to the owner manual, general settings guide and quick start guides produced for this product by MediRent. Enjoy the rest of your day.